Good morning, guys. It's Wednesday, 9th of December. Just wanted to do a video because there's some interesting moves happening in the market. So I thought I'd just do a quick midweek one and just show you just three pairs that you might be interested in. Okay. All right. So first one being Aussie dollar. Now, what we did was like we kind of went up. We kind of went up here, and then we tested this level here, which is the previous top. Okay, and then since then we've pulled back down. Now there's I didn't expect it to pull back that much, but you know it did what it did, so we're just got to deal with it. There is, you know, this level here is still possible, right? I'm not going to rule that out completely just yet, but you can see that price action is very bearish. So we're looking for price to retrace down to either one of these two levels, right? We've got a potential cipher pattern, two cipher patterns on the 4-hour time frame. So let's quickly go to that one there. Just keep note of this trend line as well. It's very important as well. So so there's, you know, you can either take both trades, right? This one and that one, or you can just play more conservatively and just wait for price action to eventually go back down here. So what I expect to happen is if these patterns do complete, then I expect that, you know, price to come down here as so. Okay, and then kind of come back up there, and then do this, then do that, and then roll back down, and then, you know, come back down here, and then do something similar to this. You know, it's not going to be exactly like that, but yeah, something like this. So and then you can take the second pattern there. So good morning, guys. It's Wednesday, 9th of December. And I'm just recording a quick video just on three pairs that I'm looking at that I thought you might be interested in. It's midweek, so there are a few moves happening. There's some very important things happening in the market that probably a good idea to be aware of. So just firstly, the Aussie dollar. So you can see that I think last we spoke, you know, we'll come back up here and we'll kind of test in these highs. So we kind of expected the market to roll over from here, but we did. But it's rolled over a bit more than I had hoped it would, that I'd want it to. So it's doing what it's doing, so we can't do much about that. So, but it's given us two trading opportunities, right? Potential cipher pattern that's coming up here. We'll probably take the next couple of hours before, maybe even sooner, before we see this pattern complete. But you'll have to go into a 4-hour time frame and just have a look at that one. So yeah, so 4-hour time frame. So what it's done is gone back down, pulled back, retraced a bit. To this level here, and then it looks like it's going to resume the move down. Actually, it's going to go up a bit more before it resumes its move down. Now, there's two ways you can go about this. You can take both patterns, right? You can trade both of them, right? When this one completes, trade that one, and then when this one completes, trade that one, right? Or you can do the conservative approach, which is just wait for price to come back down here, and then take the trade from there, all right? So what I anticipate will happen is, you know, it will do something like this, you know, something similar to that, and then roll back down here, and then, you know, test that level, and then go back up and go back like that, something like that. Okay. Now, just remember, markets move harmonically. Okay, they move the market ebbs and flows. Okay, a certain direction. So once you look at these charts enough, you'll start to see how it moves, and before you know it, you can just easily just predict what price action will do. You know, now. It's never going to happen all the time, the same way, of course, but you know, most of the time it will. So yeah. So just going back to the daily, so I still think there's still room for it to test these levels here that I want to see tested before we resume the downtrend. Now, if these two patterns do complete, then, you know, we could potentially look at something like this, right, and then a push back down, right, below structure. Maybe. I'm just kind of predicting a bit way ahead here, but it just depends on what happens. I think there's the Aussie data, employment data tomorrow. Now, I'm a bit sus about the employment data, or any of the data. It's coming, I think even people around the world have been saying that the Aussie data, the data that has been released, has been a bit skeptical. You know, it doesn't make any sense. So what that means is, well, is the data being manipulated, the employment data? because I think the month before it was like about we were down, I think, I don't know, 20,000 jobs or something like that. I'm just throwing out a number. And then the month after that, we had 60,000 jobs. So there's a discrepancy there, and the markets are actually taking note of that. So yeah, so that's the Aussie dollar. Now I want to talk about gold. Okay, gold. Now this is the daily chart, and we're clearly, you've seen this many times. We're clearly trending down, and we're at this level here. So for us to confirm a reversal, a trend reversal to the upside, we've still got a fair way to go, right? We still have to really pretty much cross this level here before we can say that we're kind of halfway through, establishing a new trend to the upside. But for now, it still remains as being a downtrend, bearish momentum, right? But if you go down a 4-hour time frame, there has been some movement in gold, all right? So I still think we're going to make a move down, right? Eventually, not now or not tomorrow. I think we still need to test one of the previous levels. If I go to the weekly chart, I think this level still needs to be tested, right? It's a key level, key support level that will be tested either before the end of the year or early into next year. Okay, but I think it will have to be tested at some point before we can actually say that that's a bottom and we can resume to the upside. Now, if I go to 4-hour, like I said, there's been a move there. So there was a move since Friday, and I've got 3 positions open for this one. So I'm not looking for a long-term hold yet. I'm just really looking for this is just a day trade, swing trade. So what I'm expecting is for price to kind of, price has kind of done this little bullish, bearish kind of descending kind of pattern, but building up enough energy for a breakout, which it's done. So it's broken out of the structure level here. It's gone back up, retraced down to previous structure, and now it looks like it's going to be prepared for another move to the upside. Now it might still move down a bit more to maybe this level here, and then push back up to test. Probably initially you'll test the recent high, and then you'll make a test for this high here. I think we'll see gold go to about the 1104s area zone before we see a reversal. Okay, so just keep an eye on that. But this one's I'd be keeping an eye on gold. I keep an eye on it every day, so just to see what's happening there. Now the other one is oil. Oil is getting hammered, right? And this is really the bit that concerns me the most, because I spoke to someone, an investor or someone I spoke to a couple of years ago, said that if we ever see oil crash, right, then that's the signal to say that we're officially started the financial crisis has officially started. That wasn't his exact words, but yeah. And today, we've been declining for a while, right? But it was mostly from there wasn't any oil companies that were failing yet. This is more due to geopolitics, and OPEC controlling the oil prices and so forth. But we're starting to see more cracks in the market in terms of companies. So there's a lot of companies I've told you this before. There's a lot of companies that have borrowed a lot of money, and it's almost time for them to either pay it all back or refinance their debt or get another loan. So if that's going to be the case, then we could see another sharp fall in oil prices, and this is what it's all about. This is why it's been dropping, and that could. The oil issue could be the trigger to the whole financial crisis that we're about to. Well, we're already in the process of seeing it already. It's just not gone. It's not filtered down to the consumer level just yet. Once it's there, that's when we'll see the issues. But you can see from this chart here, the daily chart, we closed below, right? Previous structure. So this was the previous close, the lowest close, right, on the daily, which was back in August, and now we've broken through that, and looks like we're continuing down. So this is an indecision candle, right? So this is basically saying that there's a bunch of people that don't know whether they're going to buy, and there's another bunch of people that don't know if they're going to sell or not. So it's indecision. So we might still see continuation down. Now, where could we go if we have to keep going down? So if I zoom out to the weekly chart, we can look for previous structure. Looking left. There we go. All right. So if I look left, I can see we've got some key structure levels here. Most notably being the recent one, which is this one here. So that puts us at a level of 32.87. You've got another one here, 33, maybe there. So you've got some key structure levels to watch for. But just be mindful that we might see more weakness in oil prices. There's also the geopolitical aspect of it, okay? So Saudi Arabia, Russia, and Iran and so forth. There's a lot of geopolitical tensions there. So we might see oil go down to maybe a lot further than $30. So just keep that in mind. But in saying that, I reckon oil is going to balloon to, it's going to definitely, once it reverses, we could see a really, really sharp reversal to the upside. But this is giving me signals, and this has everyone concerned in the market that we could be seeing a lot worse than this coming year. So I'll just leave it at that. Just a really quick video just on these three to keep an eye on. And that's it. I've also started doing periscopes as well. If you haven't heard of it, I'll upload one later, and I'll just you guys can have a look at that. And, yeah, cool. All right, guys. Speak to you soon. Have a good day.